Welcome to this practice of iRest. This practice is a welcoming practice. We welcome all of the sensations and thoughts and sounds and everything that arises and falls within this next 35 minutes or so. And just know that there's no right or wrong way to do this practice. You can be laying down, you can be sitting, you can be laying on your side or your belly, whichever position you feel the most comfortable in, where you can find a space where you can be still, hopefully for this whole practice. And know that you can move at any time, but the idea is to come into a space of stillness where you don't feel the urge to have to move, and this will really allow the mind to unwind, to find some deep rest, peace, and ease. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable, and then make any little wiggles or adjustments that you need. Maybe an extra pillow behind the head, or maybe one underneath the knees. Maybe a blanket covering you. You want to be nice and warm. The body tends to cool off when it lays in stillness for this long. And then once you arrive here, take the deepest breath of the day. Big inhale in. Nice, long, complete exhale. And feel the weight of your body being taken up by whatever surface that you're resting on. And we'll begin here by opening all of our senses. So notice the weight of your body and all the points along the backside of the body where you are in contact with something. And then notice any sensations along the front side of the body. You may notice perhaps the texture of your clothes where it meets the skin. You may notice the weight of a blanket or whatever's covering you. And then notice those areas here that are uncovered. You may even notice a gentle glide of air across any exposed skin. And welcome all of these sensations on the surface of the body. We'll open our sense of hearing here, noting the sounds in the space. And then maybe noticing sounds that are outside of this space. You might pick up sounds on the street, outside the window. You may even notice sounds of nature. And notice how thinking mind tends to reach out and figure out what that sound is. So this is the opportunity here to allow thinking mind to begin to rest and just allow the perception of sound to come to you just as it is. Nothing to figure out, nothing to change or fix. Sound gently entering the ears, and sound gently fades away. And we'll open our sense of taste and smell here. Maybe noting any flavors lingering in the mouth. any smells you pick up in the nose. And we'll open our sense of sight. If the eyes are softly open, perhaps maybe just taking in the quality of light that's here in the room. And if the eyes are closed, perhaps beginning to notice any colors and textures on the backs of the eyelids. And then you might start to notice the imagery that's arising in the mind here from our thoughts and our ideas, sensations and sounds as they arise and fall in the mind. Again, allowing everything to be here just as it is. Nothing to change and nothing to fix. Everything just as it is. And this is a really nice space to perhaps set an intention for your practice. So see if anything comes to mind for you here. If you ask yourself, what is my intention for doing practice today? And if nothing comes up for you here, that's perfect too. Just be here with each breath in this moment. And if something does arise for you here, you may notice it's something maybe that you need or want in your life. It might be something that you send out to someone who needs something. This intention might be just something in general for the world around us. Whatever that intention is, just allow it to settle in here, maybe by repeating it to yourself in your mind 3 times, allowing it to settle into this experience. And then we'll set that aside and we'll begin to create an inner resource here. So the inner resource is just your happy place. It's a place that you bring to mind where you last felt completely secure and at ease. It can be any place at all. It may be a favorite vacation that you've been on. It might be a place that you've always imagining yourself going to and what it might be like there. It might simply be at home, maybe with someone who you love and who loves you. Any space at all that invites a feeling of peace and ease into your body and mind. And once you've chosen this space, begin to open all of your senses into it. So have a look around in this inner resource of yours and notice the sights that are here. You might notice color, maybe textures or shapes that are here. You may notice whether you're inside or you might be outside, perhaps a place of nature. You might be by yourself in this place, or you might be with others here who love and support you for all that you are. and everything that you are. There may be smells and tastes in this place. And how does it feel on the skin here? Is it warm? Maybe you feel the warmth of the sun on the skin. Or maybe it's cool. Noting any sounds that might be here. Just begin to weave all of your senses into this space, this inner resource of yours, so that you can step into it and feel what it's like to be here. Feeling that felt sense of peace and ease throughout the entire body and mind. And know that you can stay right here for the rest of practice if you wish. No right or wrong way to do this practice. Otherwise, we can set that aside. But know that it's always here any time that we need it. Whether it's when a challenging thought or emotion arises in the mind, or when we're just out going about our day and need a little place to step back into and rest. This space is always here. And maybe we can set that aside. And we'll begin to rotate our attention throughout the body. And you may feel sensations, you may feel absolutely nothing. Just know that whatever you experience is perfect, just as it is. We'll begin today in the jaw. Just noting the hinges of the jaw, left and right. And allow awareness to travel along the jawline, all the way to the tip of the chin, and up towards the upper and lower lip. Perhaps noting that fine line in between where they meet. We'll travel into the mouth, noting the density of the teeth, the gums, the tongue, the ceiling and floor of the mouth, and side walls. And from inside the mouth, we'll begin to make our way towards the left inner ear and follow sensation all the way through until you come to the outer folds and architecture of the left ear. Noticing the sensation of the whole left ear. And we'll bring our attention back into the mouth and make our way over towards the right inner ear. As we follow sensation all the way through to the outer folds and architecture of the right ear, noting the sensation of the whole right ear. And then welcome both ears at the same time. Both ears heavy, relaxed, and at ease. We'll bring our attention to the bridge of the nose and allow sensation to broaden out over the left and right eyes. the left and right cheeks, the left and right temples, the left and right eyebrows, noting the muscles behind the eyes as they release back and down, allowing the mechanism of the eyes here to relax from the world of looking and seeing. Internal vision here. And we'll bring our attention to the forehead, noting the whole forehead cool and relaxed. Perhaps noticing where the forehead ends and the hairline begins. Awareness along the whole scalp, all the way to the back of the head and neck. Perhaps sensation inside the throat. And the entire face, head and neck release and relax. The whole head resting heavy and at ease. And we'll bring our attention to the notch at the base of the throat and begin to allow awareness to travel out that left collarbone all the way into the left shoulder. As awareness runs down the left upper arm to the elbow, and awareness travels down the left forearm to the wrist. Maybe noting sensation here in the left palm. And allow that sensation to radiate all the way out towards the fingers. Noting the weight of the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and pinky finger. The space in between the left fingers, the back of the left hand, and that whole left arm from fingertips to the shoulder releases and relaxes. That whole left arm resting into the surface that's supporting it. As we allow thinking mind to rest back even further here, we'll bring our attention back to the notch at the base of the throat and begin to allow awareness to travel out that right collarbone all the way to the right shoulder. And awareness runs down the right upper arm to the elbow. And awareness travels down the right forearm towards the wrist. Perhaps noting the weight of the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and pinky finger. The space in between the right fingers, the back of the right hand, and that whole right arm from fingers to the shoulder releases and relaxes. The whole right arm resting heavy and at ease. And we'll make our way from here into the upper chest, perhaps noting the heartbeat. The heartbeat slow, steady, and regular. And allow sensation to melt all the way through to the upper back. And we'll bring attention to the mid-chest, noting the gentle glide of the ribs in and out as the body is breathing itself. And allow sensation to travel all the way through to the mid-back. And bring attention down to the belly and abdomen, noting that whole belly warm and soft. And allow that sensation to melt all the way through to the lower back. And both arms and the whole torso release and relax. Both arms and the whole torso resting heavy and at ease. And as thinking mind rests back even further here, we'll bring our attention down into the pelvis and over towards that left hip, noting the weight of the left hip as it draws down into the left glute. And awareness runs down the left hamstring all the way to the back of the knee. And awareness travels down the left calf all the way to the heel. Maybe noticing any sensation here in the sole of the left foot and the weight of the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. The space in between the left toes, the top of the left foot, and that whole left leg from toes to hip releases and relaxes. That whole left leg resting heavy and at ease. And we'll bring our attention across the midline of the body and over to the right hip, noting the weight of that right hip as it draws down towards the right glute. And awareness travels down the right hamstring all the way to the back of the knee. And awareness travels down the right calf all the way to the heel. Maybe sensation here in the sole of the right foot, and noting the weight of that right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and pinky toe. The spaces between the right toes, the top of the right foot, and that whole right leg from toes to hip releases and relaxes. That whole right leg resting heavy and at ease. Noting the whole body globally here as a field of sensation, the whole body resting. And noting the area that's out front of the body and behind the body, to the left side of the body, to the right side, the area above the body and below, the whole body globally here, resting, releasing, and letting go. And be aware of everything that is here now within your awareness. All of the thoughts, all of the ideas, all of the images, sensations, and sounds as they arise and fall in the mind. And then see if you can feel back into that spacious, open awareness that's always here in stillness, observing, even as things come and go within our awareness. And be aware of the body breathing itself, the natural rise and fall of the belly with the breath, as the body is breathing itself. And from here, we'll begin to bring our awareness up the front of the body on the inhale, from toes to head, and on the exhales, allowing that awareness to travel down the back of the body from head to heels. Inhaling up the front of the body from toes to head, and exhaling down the back of the body from head to heels. And for the next minute, we'll follow that circular current of energy in silence. And from here, begin breathing the whole body again at the same time. Just connecting where you feel the movement of your breath within the body. And once again, be aware of the whole body being breathed at once. The whole body being breathed naturally and effortlessly. And from here, bring to mind a memory image of someone you love and who loves you that invites a feeling of joy and well-being into your body. And begin to allow that feeling to emanate straight from the heart and expand out into all areas of the body, into the face, into the arms and hands, filling the whole torso, legs and feet, the entire body radiantly alive with this feeling of joy and well-being. And rest here, noting there's absolutely nothing you need to change, nothing you need to fix, nowhere to be, nothing you need to do, but being in this moment with each breath and everything just as it is. And once again, begin to notice the weight of your body that's completely supported by the surface that it's resting on, which is supported by the floor, which is supported by the earth beneath you. And very gradually begin to open your sense of hearing once again, noticing the sounds in the space, and maybe sounds outside of our space. Noting any flavors here in the mouth and smells in the nose. And as we very gradually and mindfully begin our journey back towards a more awake and alert state, take your time, there's no rush. Perhaps pausing just for a moment here now to notice the space of perhaps a little bit more stillness and a little bit more peace. And know that this space was created by you, that this space does reside within you, and that it's here for you whenever you need it. It's always here. Namaste.